Hey YouTube, it's Alex here. I'm making a quick video about how not to kill yourself base jumping. I haven't really found any videos out there that kind of give you a quick checklist on what you need to do to make sure you stay alive. Now, this is kind of my own little opinion here of things that you can do to stay alive, but if you have any other suggestions, feel free to put them in the comments below. This is version 1, I might make a version 2 if it saves a life, so be it, fantastic. But the main reason behind it is too many people are dying for simple things that can be avoided. So if we have a little checklist of what you should be doing at least, it'll kind of help you not become complacent and to kind of realize that those things you can control should be controlled, and then that will make you for a safer jump and to be able to fight another day. So the first one, and it's one of the most important, make sure you have the right gear. Make sure you have the right chutes, make sure you have the right gear to climb and descend to where you need to go to the jump site. From there, also make sure you've packed it correctly and that you're relatively experienced and trained to use that gear correctly. So gear, key point number 1, make sure you've got that sorted. Which now brings me to point number 2, which is check your terrain. What you want to do is make sure you know the terrain you're jumping. Know where the great landing sites are, know where the alternate sites are, know where the good path is and the bad path is. Know where your obstacles are. You want to know them like the back of your hand. You want to make sure that you know them quite well to the point that any planning that you're doing is accurate. Which now brings me on to point number 3. You want to check the weather. You want to make sure that you don't go into adverse conditions where it's snow, rain, hail, wind. If it's not a good jump day, don't jump. That also includes bad weather later in the day. So if it's not good now, and it's not going to be good in a couple of hours, don't jump. So it might take you a couple of hours to climb to the site. Don't expect to climb and you'll get there and it'll be all fine. No, if it's not good, just don't do it. Which now brings me to point number 4. Visualize and practice, practice, practice. Practice your plan A in your head, practice it, how you're going to do it, how you're going to execute it flawlessly. Then have your plan B. What happens if plan A doesn't work? What's your plan B? Plan C, what happens if you get a failure like a 180 or if you have a partial collapse? Work that out. Work out all out to your plan Zulu or plan Z of not jumping. So you want to factor in all the things that could happen on your jump that you can prepare for, and you want to practice what happens if it does happen, so you're not guessing it when it happens. You have it in the back of your mind that if it goes wrong, I can do this. Make it second instinct, make it happen when it's going to happen. Which then brings me to point number 4. It's all good and well that you've checked your gear, you checked your terrain, you checked the weather, and you have this really cool plan, but point number 5 is double check, get someone else fresh eyes on the problem and say, hey, have you factored in this? Because you might miss something, and with time we do get complacent. If you get someone else with second eyes to look on it, they will see it from fresh eyes and they should be able to help you with a solution, or at least provide you with a few problems that you haven't answered. So that's less things that are unknown when you jump. And when that happen, at least you've got a plan for them. Which brings me now to point 6. Surely things can go right, but things can go wrong. What you want to make sure is you never jump alone. So if you get stranded up a tower, or if, God forbid, an injury happens or you need help, you've got someone out there who can actually render a first aid or call for help or help you out of that situation. So always have a buddy, never jump alone. Now it brings me on to point 7. Be confident but not arrogant. So make sure you are comfortable with what you're about to jump. Make sure you have got it covered, that you know how you're going to cover all eventualities when they happen. And from there, you know when to pull back. You know what your limit is and say, look, that's my line, I'm not crossing it, don't cross it. Because at the end of the day, complacency does kill, and if you do push too far beyond your boundaries, you might not live another day after that jump, so be very careful. Which now brings me to point 8, which is kind of a really important one. It's focus. You're 100% focused on the jump and what you're going to do in the next couple of seconds. So what you want to do is, with your focus on the good. Be a prayer, be in a good mood, be in a good mental state. What you want to focus on is on the positives. So if things start going wrong, you want to focus on the good clearing site or the good landing option rather than focus on that obstacle that's about to come along or that cliff that you're about to strike. Focus on the gap, focus on away from the tree, because if you focus on the bad, you will hit it. If you focus around it or focus on the good, you should hopefully navigate. And sure, at the end of the day, it has a bit to do with your jar full of skill and jar full of luck, as Dukes likes to say. You want to try and get less on your, or less of a deficit on your jar of luck. But at the end of the day, if you still focus on the good, hopefully you can get lucky at the worst of situations. Well, as I said, this is kind of a bit of a ad hoc list on things you can try. Hopefully it helps you out. If you have any suggestions, as I said earlier on, please let me know down in the comments below and we can kind of add to this and hopefully save a few more lives and stop people from doing stupid things. Alright, take care. Hope you liked the video. Adios. See ya.